The 9/11 Truth Movement is about the search for facts of what really went down on September 11, 2001, kind of presupposes a conspiracy from the get-go. But just as its followers and its adherents aren't a centralized, cohesive bunch, neither are at their expectations. First off the bat, there's the official conspiracy theory, or what was advanced initially through the mainstream media, and that's that Osama bin Laden and 19 freedom-hating, box-cutter-wielding hijackers all conspired to ruin life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for the rest of us. No one knew it was coming, they got together, they hijacked the plane, and they plowed them into buildings. Then there's the more media-friendly version, which is the incompetence theory, which states that there were warning signs that the FBI, CIA, and other governmental elements picked up on, but they failed to act. These were possibilities that were explored by the 9/11 Commission in its subsequent report. But of course, those aren't the things that make X-Files stories. And you do have the two other competing camps that are a little bit more radical. One's the lie hop, the other one's the my hop, and neither of them have anything to do with the International House of Pancakes. Lie hop stands for let it happen on purpose. And this is simply that, yes, they did pick up on the warning signs, but they didn't ignore them entirely. In fact, they saw an opportunity, and when they heard the opportunity knock, they opened the door and let two 747s plow on through. The incentive here that's often cited is the economic gains. Simply put, it's driven oil prices through the roof, and it's also given a huge cash injection into the military-industrial complex, two industries that most power wielders have huge interests in. Another conspiracy theory camp is the MyHop camp, and that's the made it happen on purpose. This is the real nefarious camp that says elements of the government were not only aware of the attacks, but they planned them and incited them themselves. Now, within the MyHop camp, there's a whole subset of conspiracy theories, and these range from Osama bin Laden and his cronies being manipulated and baited into causing an attack for which the way was already paved for them, to Osama bin Laden actually being a key CIA lackey himself. Now, what makes the MyHop camp so popular, even though it's the most outlandish, is the way the conspiracy theory forms. There's a precedent for this conspiracy theory in literature over the last 100 years. Take George Orwell's 1984, for example. Yes, 1984 is more famous for its ideas of Big Brother, as well as for the manipulation of language to control people's minds. And though a lot of Big Brother legislation has followed from 9/11, it's not where the profundity hails from. The key fact is in 1984, the states are in a perpetual state of war. And when you're in a perpetual state of war with an enemy that is never seen and never identified, the government perpetually has free rein to do whatever it wants, whether that's economic legislation, political legislation, or authoritarian measures. And this gives the power mongers, who are the ones that were allegedly behind planning and making the attacks happen, a whole lot more free rein when it comes to realizing their self-interest.